Today I'm going to show you how to make an astral space pad from scratch using the FMX engine on the MODX. This sound was made from scratch just from using the FMX initial setting. And I'm going to go through right now and show you how I did it. Okay, so we're going to go from the beginning here. We're going to call up our initial setting. And what we want to do is get our categories going here. I want to do my Init FMX and get a nice sine wave going. And now to create a pad, let's go in here and edit it, part 1. And what I'm going to do is start off with just the first algorithm here, give it a little bit of feedback, or a lot of feedback in this case. And let's go to our operators. Now to start a pad, if you remember from one of my 5 tips lesson, when you go into these levels here of all your operators, you want to have these sliders working for you over here. So we're going to put that on element operator down here, and 1 through 4. So now all my levels are operated with these sliders. That's 1 through 4, and here's 5 through 8. And that's going to help me to mix these things in. I'm going to be dialing that in later, but this is just the initial settings. But what we're going to do is just go into our levels and look for the attack. And I want to slowly bring it in. And I'm just going to, for now, work with the first 3 operators. 4 should be at 0. Yep. And 5, 6, 7, and 8 are all going to be 0. So I'm just dealing with 1, 2, and 3. 1, let's give it some increased attacks that it fades in. That's one thing that makes a pad, is that it doesn't come right in. It's not a quick attack. So here we go. We're getting somewhere. Now when you're playing with these also, it's helpful to solo them. So see what, this is what 1 is doing. Turn the volume down a little bit. So let's solo 2, that's what 1 is doing. 2 and 3. As you can see, 1 is much louder, and that's because we set it here, but we can change that. And I'm thinking it's going to need a little more of an attack. Slow that down a little bit. Let's go to 50 on all the first 3. Now to give it some texture, come into form here, take down coarse, and bring up fine on the first one. I'm going to detune it a little bit. Hear that wobble? On 2, we're going to do the same thing. Take down, coarse tuning, give it a little detune. Now 3, same thing. Or maybe we can buzzy. Also, on this one, I'm going to change our curve and the wave, I should say, that we're using to give it some complexity. So when you start mixing in the operators, what's happening? We've got two sine waves. They both have different levels. The attacks are exactly the same, so they're coming in at the same rate. But as they come in, because the levels are different, and we have a bit of a different tuning on each one. See, between 1 and 2, we got a different tuning on the fine tuning. They begin to provide a little more complexity. Now on 3, we changed that curve to res 1. And what I like about this one, we also kept the coarse on 1. Fine 1. Let's detune it a little bit. And let's change the level. Let's see what happens with this. One thing we're going to do is give it a little skirt. See what that does to the third operator? We got this parameter here, but also resonance. Let's change the skirt, give it a little skirt. And I like the way that you can change that sound with the resonance on this curve, or this wave, I should say. Now, we got the first 3. Let's see what's going on with the last 4. Let's bring those in. And what we're going to do on 8, I think this one needs to come down. Solo that. And also, let's bring that one. Whoops, not soloing that one, we're muting it. There we go. And you can play with the levels of the other operators to get that warble. If you want to have a vibrato to the sound, and that's can be controlled with this fine tuning. So I'm going to take that back down. I think we're almost done here. Now I'm just playing with the levels of the different operators to dial in the sound. I think 8. So what we're going to do now, we have a general sound. I'm going to go through, and you might have seen my video on all the 88 algorithms. We're going to go through and find something. Look at that. So just going to 2 gave it a completely different character. Let's try 3. There we go. So you can go on all day and keep going through these algorithms, but check out my 88 algorithms video and to show you kind of how this works when you're going through the algorithm. But I find that this one kind of gives me what I'm looking for, that spacey, airy background sound. And so we're getting somewhere. I think you can be pretty happy with this one if you're using it. So what we want to do now is go into effects and let's just dial in some chorus. Fattens it up. It's a good one. We're going to have delay and, reverb is going to be, whoops. Let's go back to chorus. So we're going to keep that there on A, and our chorus. And over here on the second effect, maybe something like one of these tech ones. Let's see, damper resonance. Let's see. Stereophonic optimizer is nice. Phaser. Tremolo. Rotary speaker. Nice airy sound. Phaser. Get a real airy sound. So there you go. Nice little space pad for your backgrounds and how to go about dialing that in on the FM engine. Hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Enjoy.